Welcome back to the Essentials of Prayer, Modern Reflections. Today we're stepping into one of the most challenging and freeing aspects of prayer, submission. Because eventually every serious prayer leads to this question: am I willing to trust God's will over my own? Chapter 9 reminds us that the deepest, strongest prayers are not the ones where we control the outcome. They were the ones where we surrender it. Submission in prayer doesn't mean passivity. It doesn't mean giving up hope. And it certainly doesn't mean praying without desire. Submission means this: we bring our full request to God, and then we trust Him completely with the answer. That's not weakness, that's faith. Jesus modeled submission. The clearest picture of prayerful submission comes from Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Facing unimaginable suffering, He prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." Notice something powerful. He was honest about his desire. He didn't hide his request, but he surrendered the outcome. Submission is not silence about what we want. It is trust beyond what we want. Submission aligns with the heart of God. When we pray without submission, prayer can become negotiation. We push, we insist, we cling tightly to our preferred outcome. But submission shifts prayer from control to alignment. Instead of asking God to fit into our plans, we ask Him to shape our hearts to fit His. Submission says, "God, I trust your wisdom more than my perspective." True faith includes surrender. It's easy to have faith when the answer matches our expectations. It's harder to trust when God's response looks different than we imagined. Bounds reminds us, faith is not proven when God says yes. It's proven when we trust Him even if He says wait or no. Submission strengthens faith because it removes conditions. It says, even if I don't understand, I still trust you. Submission brings peace. There is a quiet peace that comes with surrender. When we cling tightly to outcomes, anxiety grows. When we release them into God's hands, peace begins to settle. Submission doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we stop carrying what only God can handle. Peace often arrives not when answers come, but when surrender happens. Submission deepens relationship. Prayer is not just about getting results. It's about relationship. Submission says, more than the answer, I want you. That kind of prayer moves beyond transaction into intimacy. It says, I trust your heart, and trust deepens closeness. Submission does not cancel boldness. Here's something important. Submission does not weaken bold prayer. We can pray boldly. We can pray confidently. We can pray specifically. But submission keeps boldness from turning into entitlement. It keeps faith from becoming demand. It keeps prayer humble and strong at the same time. When submission feels hard, let's be honest, surrender isn't always easy, especially when the stakes are high, the pain is real, the future is uncertain. The outcome deeply matters. Submission can feel like loss, but in God's kingdom, surrender is never wasted. When we release control, we gain trust. When we surrender outcomes, we gain closeness. When we submit, we experience deeper peace. Here are 3 simple ways to practice submission in prayer. Pray honestly first. Tell God exactly what you desire. Verbally surrender the outcome. Your will be done. Rest in trust. Resist the urge to keep reclaiming control. Submission is not a one-time decision. It's repeated posture. Prayer begins with asking. It deepens with trust. And it matters with surrender. Submission doesn't shrink your faith. It strengthens it. When we pray, your will be done, we're not giving up. We're placing our lives into hands that are wiser, stronger, and more loving than our own. In our next episode, we'll explore prayer and spiritual authority, about how obedience strengthens our voice before God. Thanks for listening to the Essentials of Prayer Modern Reflections. Until next time, pray boldly, trust deeply, and surrender peacefully.